Hey guys, welcome to another video of MindPal, where you will learn how to build a multi-agent workflow to automate business processes. In this video, we will learn how to build a multi-agent workflow to replicate the OpenAI Deep Research, which is a tool to help you do a deep dive research into some topic and then generate a comprehensive report for you. In this workflow, we will have these steps. The first is that we will ask for the user query about the topic that we want to do research on. Then I will have a step that helps a query clarification agent, which will ask some follow-up questions to clarify and make sure that your workflow will generate the report exactly fit with the user demand. In this step, here's a prompt of this agent, and we will assign, I think, GPT-4o Mini in this step because I think this is not a very complicated step to use as a reasoning model. After we can clarify the request, we will ask the user to confirm those information. After the user confirms some information here, we will move on to the next step to generate the query plan. There will be one search query generator agent that will generate a list of queries that we will use in the search engines to do research on a topic. It will break down the user query into many smaller subqueries and do individual research on each subquery. Because it is a very important step that will shape the result of later steps, we will select a big model in this step, and I will select DeepSeek R1, which is a reasoning model. Okay. Let's update this agent. And after we get the list of search queries, we will move on to the next step to perform online search. This step is a loop node where you can see here we configure that for a search query in the generate search query here, we will have the online researcher to perform online search or subquery to get the results. We will configure for GPT-4o Mini for this step, and we will assign it to a tool. We have Tavely Tunes here. I think I will configure Tool too, so it will have more robust web search results. After the loop node here, where this online researcher is looping through all the subqueries, we will move on to the next step where this search result analyst will analyze the search results obtained from every query extracted previously. In this step, I will select O3 Mini model because I think we need some kind of agent that can write a lot of things in this step and have the reasoning capability to understand the huge context here. And the reason I choose O3 Mini over DeepSeek is that O3 Mini have a big max output token that will produce big output for us. Let's update the agent, and after that, we move on to the generate report step, where we will generate a comprehensive report based on everything. I think I should mention the perform online search as well in this step. Okay. And in this step, I will select O3 Mini tool because, as I said before, we need a very big output come from this step. Okay, I think it's for the workflow, and I think you might understand this now. And now let's run this workflow to see it in action. For the user query, let's use a query, for example, small language model on device, and it is clarify the request. First is asking some question. I could answer each of the question here. 1. Use for daily task. I do not have any answer for question 2. Question 3. What kind of device? For example, phone for it should be less 1 billion parameter, and 5, I think Python. Okay, we clarify all the information here. Let's move on. After we clarify all the information, DeepSeek will start to generate a search query for us. And you can see it starts to reasoning here. And here's the search query plan is there. It's about small language model Python framework. Only runtime for small language model on iOS. And now it starts to do the third post, and it starts to decompose the product into the list of showed here. And it starts with this small language model for edge device in Python, and it's searching for any language model under 1 billion parameter optimized for deployment. It's mentioned model like Meta Mobile LLM, Unfolds Plamo, Mobile Llama. I'm not sure about this. Let's click into this to learn about this Mobile Llama. Yeah, it's actually a model that released last year optimized for mobile. Okay, we could wait until we finish off the query here to get enough information for the generate report step. Okay. Now it has finalized all the research, and it started to analyze all the search results that we will put into the final report. It starts with small language model and edge device by using Python, list of the language model that under 1 billion parameter, some of the Python framework for on-device LLM, some optimization method, the framework, and the flow line. So on X is a runtime in AI that supports on-device model. Yeah, list of the memory-efficient approach too. And here it started to generate the final report for us. Okay, list of the findings here. Okay, I think it is finally generate all the information first to read now, and I think it is quite comprehensive when it covers every aspect from the list of the language model. List all things under a billion parameter for us. List of the framework that we can use, some of the technique to optimize to run on any device that has small number of RAM. The framework TensorFlow and on X is also mentioned too, and also mention some memory efficient models, because edge device like iPhone will oftentimes have less memory than the typical laptop or PC. I think it's good now, and I hope that you understand the process you can use to build your own research system using multi-agent workflow on MindPal. And if you want to duplicate this workflow into the workspace, just visit the workflow template and finding the OpenAI Deep Research clone, and you will find it and hit the duplicate into the workspace. I will put the link into the description of the video too.